Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be walking you through the software engineering project that we did for our course CSCE 606. It was a TA management platform. The instructor is Professor Philip Ritchie, and the client for which we made this project was Susan Ritchie. The team name was Team Matrix. The developers are Rishabh Bassi, Divyansh Mukadia, myself, Harmanpreet Singh, Suman, Kushagar, and Udav. So I'll first walk you over all the features and what we did through this PPT, and then I will walk you through over the demo of the project, what functionalities we provided, and what things can be achieved through this platform. So the problem overview was our client, she needed a platform where the students can log in and they can apply for a TA positions. So we built an online teaching assistant or peer tutor application and a management system. The features included students can apply for TA positions. There will be a hiring manager that can review those student applications and select the candidates, schedule their interviews, and finally they can reject and hire accordingly. Secondly, there is a role of a coordinator who will be onboarding subjects, professors, and assigning courses to the TAs and assigning professors to the subjects. So that all will be taken care by the coordinator. Last thing is the faculty. The faculty can log in into our portal and he can see which all TAs are assigned to him. And at the end, the professor or a supervisor, they can provide feedback for a particular TA, how he performed over the semester and whether he will be eligible for the next semester as well. So, yeah. So I'll go through the project flow. So there is the admin, that is the master user, and he or she had added the hiring manager and a coordinator will be added by him, and the username and the password for that particular hiring manager and the coordinator will be handed over to a particular persons, and they can log in into the system using that. So there is no sign up option or anything like that for a coordinator or a hiring manager. So there is a home page through which the students can apply for the TA positions. There is a sign up page through which TAs or professors can log in to view their profiles and check, like I told, professors can view their students. After logging in, there are three personas: TA, hiring coordinator, and a professor. The professor can view similarly the hiring or the coordinator manager or the coordinator. He can update the application status of the student and add new subjects. All these things can be carried on by these two personas. The TAs can view which subjects they are assigned to. Next is the class diagram. So we have four personas and four main classes. Hiring manager, coordinator, and professor will be added to the user class. That's the master class. And we have subject class where all the subjects will be stored, and a student where the student data is stored, all the application details. And finally, the assignment, like which student is assigned to which subject, and for that subject, which professor is teaching that course. So the project validation and testing. So we did behavior design testing, and it was through Cucumber. Student application validation, we did like in the forms, we embedded proper checks that invalid UIN or a TAMU IDs are necessary to apply for us for a TA position. No blank field should be there while logging in and signing up. Proper passwords and all those fields are added. On test driven design, so we added specific a good amount of aspects to test the various controllers and what they are returning. Most of the logic that resides inside the controller, the APIs. So all those the unit tests are being done through Aspec. These are the following problems that we faced over this project. The first one was the Heroku deployment. Currently Heroku provides Stack 22, but we had developed our project in Ruby 2.5, and which is not supported by Heroku. So we had to downgrade the Heroku stack to match with our Ruby version. Postgres integration with Heroku was a bit tough, but we were able to do that. And now Heroku has been starting as the subscription model. So yeah, that's the issue that we faced. We had to go through steps to apply through GitHub developer program so that we can get some free credits. Setting up is always an issue because Ruby works very well in Mac OS and Postgres as well, rather than on Windows OS, where it provided some hiccups, but eventually we were able to set up the whole system in all the machines that we had. So the conclusion and future improvements. So the current status is that the project is fully developed with all the major functionalities. I'll show and walk over the demo. The UI experience has been enhanced using CSS. The theme that we used was from the Tamu website as well, the color combinations and all. And we had added various test cases and validations. Future improvements that can be done: we can provide better sessions. We can provide the functionality of scheduling interviews directly from the portal. And like if a hiring manager just select for an interview, automated email gets to that particular student, that can be done. And assigning multiple TAs to each of the sections, that's something that we can add. Further, the UI experience can always be improved through dynamic pages. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much for today's presentation. Now I'll be walking you over the portal and give a short demo. So this is the landing page of our portal. This is the place from where a student can apply for the TA position. This is the login, and this is the sign up pages. So let's log in as admin and add few hiring managers into the system. So I add. So right now you can see that there are no hiring managers or coordinator in our system. Let's add a new hiring manager. I'll name it as a hiring manager. HM@demo.eu. I can give a default password which can be changed by a particular hiring management layer. After that, I'll go on and add a particular hiring manager, and you can see a hiring manager has been added into the system with the following email. So I'll now log out as an admin, and I'll now show you how to apply onto the system. So now I apply for a student position. I'll give my name. Sign. Let's see. The tamu.edu. We have to be specific with the Tamu email here. Otherwise, a prompt will show that it's an invalid email ID. So I'll add with the UI number, which has to be a 9-digit number. And then we fill these fields. So I'll also have to add the resume links. It should be a drive link. If you don't put it, it will throw the error that it's blank. So I can show you all those negative cases at the end. So I'll add some drive link. I already had added. I'll use the same one. I submitted an application. So a particular application was submitted. So now I'll log in with the hiring manager that I created before to see the application that has scanned. So you can see here the application for the particular student has come. So it is in the applied state. I can go and check on what is the resume link and decide, the hiring manager can decide whether to proceed forward with the interview or he needs to be rejected. So assume I had hired him, so I changed status. I hired a particular student. So this whole all the application, if I put a multiple application, all the application will be here in this table. It's a paginated table with 20 entries per page. Once it goes over 20, there will be a navigation bar, which will be at the bottom of the table. So let's go and assign some subjects. So here are some courses we already have in our system here, and we see that we already had added some of the courses in our system. So if you want to add a new subject, that can be done from here. I can go ahead and add networking and assume there are multiple sections. So that had to be given by a comma separated values. So assume there are sections like 1000, 1001. Let's say we have only these two sections for this particular subject. So that particular course was added. Let's see with it will get listed here. And now we have to see that if we have any professor that will be assigned with that course. So uh, let's say we onboard, we have to onboard a particular professor, and we can assign that particular professor to this subject. Once that professor has been once a professor is assigned, so let's say we assign Professor John John Gibbs, GK down. So that particular professor was assigned to the course, saying that this professor with this email is teaching that particular course. And now we need to assign that particular subject to that particular person. So let's say we have networking and we have 1000 sections, section number 1000 that was assigned to that particular person. That was assigned to a Professor John Keats. So let's say we have here. So this particular person, student, he is assigned to the as a TA for this course and this section. Now we log out and we see as a professor, like I'll have to sign up as a professor to view which all students. So I added like John Keats. I'm a professor, and jk@retirement.edu. I can set any password, and my account is created. And now I got to log in into the system. So if I apply, log in as jk@retirement.edu. I will apply a password. I see that Harman Singh is assigned to me as a TA. His email is this. For any feedback, I can submit the review here, and that's the core functionality of the system. Um, like I told before, we can show you, I can show you through the network cases, like uh, whilst while applying for the TA position, if I submit application, the C name can be blank, name is invalid, you can and the length should be 9. So all these validation checks has been provided. Thank you. That's all about the TA management portal. Hope this gets somewhere used soon. Thank you.